go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome on into another Z2R Upstart tournament match. We got Oboe versus Hitman, and Mirai is going to be leading us through commentary. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Soulblade. Excited for this semifinals game 2 here between these two runners. Oboe's the number 1 seed and Hitman's the number 5 seed. Game 1 took place a few days ago, and Oboe had a bit of a lead. Oboe had a bit of a lead going into Great Palace, but then full cleared Great Palace, I believe, which practically gave Hitman enough time to catch up. Just not enough time. Almost enough time. I think there was a 90-second to 2-minute difference between their finishes there at the end when Oboe had a good lead going into GP. But anything can happen. The same thing could happen tonight. Hitman obviously looking to stay alive. Double elimination here. So Hitman might be going home tonight, or we might be seeing a game 3 here between these two. Countdown has begun, and we will be off shortly here. All right, here we go. Got the White Mage Sprite on Oboe's side, got Link on Hitman's side, and we have a mountainous biome here on our western continent. 2 caves to begin with, west and north paths, as well as something perhaps a little southeast from where we start. Medicine Cave, right next to North Palace, though. We'll see what's in here. Candle on, so we can see everything in the cave. Nothing too dangerous, just a gorilla sitting here at the end, no big deal. Both of everyone is grabbing life 2 here. Might opt to just grab the item at the end of this screen and then up an A to get out of here. It's a little bit faster, but we'll see. Ooh, a red diver here, though. Looks like a cross. I'm seeing the edge of a cross here. There it is. Yep. Just $50 for the Dire today. That's going to be a low roll on the experience for the Red Dire. Probably the most lethal enemy you could run into in the Western Continent, and I guess Death Mountain as well. Enemy sets are shared between those 2 spots. We're going north on Oboe's side. Going to find Heart Container Cave here with an orange Dire up front. He did up a day to get out of there. $100 for them. You'll have to deal with me calling experience points money. All right, Hitman doing the same thing here. Just going to head north. About a screen and a half or so behind Oboe. Going to be the medicine here in Heart Container Cave. Yeah, Oboe 1-2-2, and Hitman letting that go by. What is this bag here? I want to take a death. $500. All right. Did we not see that on Oboe's side? Did we skip an enemy? Oh, it was possibly the up and A that just puts our drop count off just by a scotch there between our 2 runners. Fairy Cave here, kind of dangerous. Yeah, Oboe will be getting that soon enough. The thing is, though, if the bag drops and you take a death, you don't get a chance to get that bag again until it comes back around. So it is possible to lose out on that bag. Raft Tile up here, along with Trophy Cave and a town. Going to be 3 of our item caves out of the way here in just 2.5 minutes into this race. Flute in Trophy Cave. Well, we get Hitman's feedback here. We'll see where he has gone to. Okay, so we have the medicine from Mito. It's just shield today, so we're not going to turn that in just yet. If we do, that means we're going to double dip for down stab and the shield turn in. Shield's going to be nice to have early on, but not the end of the world here to not have it. Grass tile down here in the southwest or southeast corner. If there's, I find it, oh, well, speaking of shield, this swamp encounter is a little dangerous, so we're going to try to get to that grass tile without taking one of those swamp encounters. Yeah, this is a little sketchy here. Hitman is going to go in for shield here. All right, we do get through going right. Still haven't seen that 500-point P-bag on Oboe's side, I believe. Guma on the raft, P5 raft here. Looks like we do have some more space down here to maneuver. Another cave at a minimum here. Yeah, so hard on the grass tile. It's a vanilla pickup. Looks like it does open up a little bit down here. Kind of an odd mountainous biome here. This is going to be Magic Container Cave, and we also have some friends to guard whatever lies in here. This is a tough, Yeah, this is where Shield could help. If Hitman's just a little bit behind here. But it's going to allow him to take a little bit of extra damage here in this. He's also, he does have life 3. They both have life 3. Okay, I think Oboe's going to get this here unless he gets double axed. I guess depending on whatever else is in this cave. Oh. Okay. Oh, the double axe. Oh, no. Well, he's got to do the red all over again. This is without the orange, though. Last life, though. Hitman's going to be headed in the exact same direction now. Hitman does have attack 2, I believe, though, versus Oboe's attack 1. So this is going to be like worst case situation for Oboe right here. I was going to say, it doesn't mean attack 2 is better than attack 1, but it does actually in our flag set. We are using vanilla static numbers from vanilla attack effectiveness and life effectiveness, so it definitely will go up with every level. All right, rest of the cave is pretty easy. All for a key. Well, if Hitman can get through this cave a little bit faster than Oboe did, he will make up some of this time here. Gonna get the heart off the grass tile here. It looks like a... Yeah, is that a bridge or is that a maze bridge? A connector bridge. It is a connector bridge to the east. Dry Canyon East, desert tile right there. Old Kasuto. Nice, nice cross pickup from Medicine Cave there is going to give us the ability to see those MOAs. Trophy on the desert tile. Hitman also making friends. We'll see if he remembers the shield spell. Sometimes you pick something up and you completely forget you've got it. He's trying to just bring the orange out. It is going to work. I didn't see what was in Old Kasuto. Apparently it's not worth our time. And we've come back to the west now. We're going to get a hint from, or possible hint from this woman at King's Tomb, that graveyard tile in the middle of the forest. Yeah, so Hitman making it through here a little bit faster than Oboe. East Magic Jar, that means a magic container. This will be the first palace we see on the west as well. P4. And we have the trophy for Trophy Town. It is just life today. I didn't see it was in Old Kasuto here, so we're going to see this again. Hitman just going to grab it. Remember, he's got shield, but it's a little late. Any shield cast is not going to save us from death. Oh, it's thunder. Okay. I didn't see if it was castable, though. It may be castable at Magic 1. Oh, we'll check in the indoor hint first. Barbo slithers with the magic key. So we've got P5 raft. We've got P5, P6 key. And we have something magic container. Was that East Magic Container? I think that was East Magic Container. Hitman going to stay on the east here. It's not going to have that P6 knowledge, but that means that Fairy is going to be accessible somewhere, seeing as our only other means of getting into palaces is going to be locked inside of a palace. Spelltown in New Kasuto. Not going to go in. Going to see how many containers it is for the basement. Just 5. The only other things we can get in the east here are going to be our Risen and Sunken P-Bag Caves. Oh, and I guess another spell. But item-wise. So we've picked up Bagu. Not sure if we're going to need him on this mountainous west. It's possible. Sorry, I will be in a position to where it does cross some mountains, but whether that's useful or not, I'm not sure. I think this is Jump Town here in Vraru. And that means that Oboe might be going back to Mito very soon to go get shield and downstab there in just one trip. There's our water tile, but we don't have the boots. I think we've seen 3 pass-through caves now, so the next caves we're going to start finding, other than this one that's facing west here in the east, the next caves we're finding should be item caves coming up here. We've got a town in sight. No 3-eyed rock sighting and no forest tile, I don't believe. So we don't have a child. It is the fire spell. Here's our last cave on the west. It is going to be Pillar P-Bag Cave. Here's Sunken P-Bag Cave on the east for Hitman. Yeah, again, we know this is not going to be the magic key or anything like that. Is that... Oh, okay. There's our 500 bag, finally, for Oboe. All right, there's a magic container. That is 5 magic containers. He can get into the basement. I don't know if that's really the play right now. There are the boots. That's the water tile on the east. It also is going to give us potentially a little bit easier navigation on the maze whenever we find it. Looks like the maze is going to be either a cave or a raft at this point. I guess we could just kind of walk over the water here. There is this... was there not an additional cave down here that was blocked? Maybe not. Anyway, we're gonna get shield and downstab here. We've got Hitman looking for Risen P-Bag Cave. Is this a big bag here? 500? 700! That's bigger than I thought it was going to be. There's a raft hint for Oboe. Yeah, where do we put all that? We're going into magic here. So, Hitman doesn't have the hint for magic key in P6, but getting magic levels right now seems to be the right play because we know that Fairy is out here somewhere. And at this point, it's looking like it's going to be... Does it have to be Saria? Have we seen Naburu? Yeah, we do not want to touch these giant eyeballs. These things are going to hit us hard. There's what Fire's combined with his shield. Yeah, so there's always the double Darunia encounter that exists out here, and Hitman just walking into it. There's a connector back to what looks like the west. That's going to be a boulder blocked... Oh, there is a forest tile out here. Here's Naburu, though. Reflect, so that means Saria is going to have our fairy spell today. And what is happening out here? This cave, is this DM, or is this going to be the maze? Did we already see that cave? Oh, that's Heart Container Cave. That's where we're at. We're at the top of the map here on the west. So the boot's not giving us any real access just yet. Yeah, Reflect going to be needed anyway, but Fairy is going to be needed as well. That's going to be our way into palaces. P4 on the west here. Have we seen any other palaces out here? We saw P4. We saw a palace out by that boulder blocked cave, which may or may not be accessible from North Palace. And here's another cave. We're still missing... I think we're missing Jump and Parappa. We've seen Fairy already. I don't know. Have we seen all the hints? We've got P6, P5, East, and even if we get another hint, it's going to be Garbo. Because, oh, there's a boulder blocked cave that is going to be something. Okay, Hammer. So it'd be somewhat interesting. Okay, we have to take a pass-through going south. There's Risen for Hitman. Here's Reverse Jump for Oboe. Looks like Parappa is going to be that other cave. Actually, we don't have to take a pass-through. We can just walk south. How about that? And that's going to be... Wow. Okay. Fairy Town here in... Sorry, I'm not going to grab that just yet. Okay, we're going back in. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have anything game-changing in this Risen P-bag. I mean, could be the glove. Oh, it's another magic container. Okay. I mean, it could have been anything, but at this point, we know it's not the key, and we know that Hitman has to come back to the west. And I think he knows that at this point as well, seeing as he's seen all of the towns. Yeah, all of the towns were accessible on the east, so he's not clueless as to where the fairy spell is going to be here. He doesn't know if it's going to be Rudo or something else just yet. Because he still has Rudo, Raru, and Saria to find on the west. I didn't see how much fairy is to caster. This is going to be P5. Yeah, we saw P2 on the east. So we've got P4, P5, and some other palace. This would be back of Parappa? Yeah, back of Parappa. So I wonder if that other cave is boulder blocked. I mean, from the connector on the east. Yeah, Hitman gonna grab this basement item here. Okay, Fairy's looking like it's gonna be 73 at this level, so you can't cast it yet. There's the child for the fire spell that we're not gonna need. Yeah, I do wonder if he'd be doing the full sweep right now if he knew that Barba had the key and that the fairy spell was on the west. I guess the best thing right now this could be is going to be the glove, so that maybe he can just start palaces with the comfort of having the glove in his I was gonna say in his pocket, but more or less on his hand. 67th for spell at Magic 3, and it looks like our boots have gotten us access to this southeast corner, which is going to be a 3/6 palace down there. So we've cleared off the west for Oboe. He's going to be headed to the east now. Doesn't want to jump into that 3/6 though. He is going to have water tile access that Hitman is not. Just a red jar in the shed out back in New Kasuto. Here's the other 3/6. We probably saw this on Hitman's side and I just missed it. So we don't know how to get to the maze just yet. And from the look of it, we either need the hammer to access... What have we seen? Hold on. Yeah, we have a boulder blocked cave on the west. And so that could be maze, that could be DM. We also have the raft tile on the west. That could also be maze or DM. Because we still... Oh, no. One of those is going to... Yeah, one of those is going to be... They're each going to be one of those two things. And the opposite will be the other then. Because we have bridge from west to east, and we have cave from east to west. Yeah, GP and P1 between Valley of Death and Maze Island here. We have an incredibly quick Barba here in P6. We'll see if Oboe sticks around to find the magic key. I don't know if Fairy came down in price here for Magic 4. It doesn't really matter because the dragon will drop a key, at least in this flag set. There it is. East Magic Container. We did know that. Hitman going to be making the rounds here in the Western Continent. Hitman might pick up Life Spell, whereas Oboe did not pick up the Life Spell. Oboe just got the hints and kept cruising. This is where we're going to get the hint for Magic Key in P6, right here. Or, I'm sorry, second screen. And there it is. Barba down, sub 19 here. Going to be going for that attack 4. And we do pick up life on Hitman's side. Is he coming back in for the key? Okay. We've got a lot of 6 to search through for this key, so... Yeah, Hitman just got that hint. Hitman going to be headed north here. That is going to take him to the cave with the boots in it. That was Pillar P-Bag Cave, although he's in a pretty bad spot right here. 700 bag in the drop pool as well. Wow. Yeah, if this dig takes a while to get to this key, this could cost Oboe if Hitman opts not to do this. Gonna grab jump here for Hitman. Also just grab Bagger's note. Doesn't look like we're gonna need it today though. Not that he knows that just yet. Oh, we now have Magic 5 on Oboe's side as well. Oh, so we didn't grab attack 4. I'm sorry, we passed that up. We grabbed a different level here. Okay, that's why we have attack 3 still. Yeah, we're down to our final life right now. 6 is going to be one of the biggest palaces in the game. It could be a glove-blocked key for all we know. It could have a bunch of doors in the way that we just don't have enough magic to get through all these doors, or keys to get through all these doors. Oh, here's a glove block. So a little bit of time spent in there. Pillar P-Bag Cave for Hitman. Again, this is going to be his boots. Reflect for Oboe. Yeah, both of them having... Oh, you know what? Actually, it's not going to be a Garbo hint. Right, it's going to... Because the unimportant hint was the magic container. So we did have P6 key, P5 raft, one missing major hint, and then we had the small, in air quotes, small item hint was the magic container on the east. So there's still something out there somewhere. I didn't see if Hitman saw it in the east somewhere. He did check west in Naburu. I don't think he got anything out of there. Oh, Hitman opting not to go back to Mito right there to get downstab. He's got jump. He's got the boots. He could just walk it back over like Oboe did. Or is there a hint right there? Did I just... Because Oboe talked to the woman at the fountain as well and is not checking the bat in the house. That's exactly what Hitman did. Was there another hint right there? Yeah, Oboe likely going to just do the exact same thing that Hitman has done here, although, are we going in for a hint, or are we going all the way in for spell? Alright, we're going to see if we can get a castable spell at 64 magic. We do know that the other two item caves, both of those have magic containers in them. So this might not be castable at magic 5. I think it's 60, because it was 67 on Hitman's side when he was there at Magic 3, so... Oh, it's 50. It looks like it's 50. Yeah, this is just going to be a red jar. He'll get his magic refilled here. I am interested to see what is on the water tile, though. Again, having the boots here in the east, whereas Hitman did not have these when he was here earlier. We're getting Fairy on Hitman's side. We'll see what he does next with this. He's got P4 sitting nearby. He's got P5 sitting nearby. He knows the raft is in 5. He knows the southeast corner has a palace as well. He's not seen it yet, and he doesn't know that the boots can get him there. He might be thinking hammer only, which we've already seen is not entirely correct. Yeah, 4, 3, 5. I don't know if we're going in. Yeah, we're not going to go into 5. We can always come back later. I do kind of hope for Hitman's sake he's going back to get downstab very soon, because Oboe having downstab, you see, he's just cruising right over these enemies. He doesn't want to fight these. He's leaving. All right, here's our water tile. Wow, 3 magic containers in the east. Easy game. And there's a key on the floor from the drop pool there. Probably saw that on Oboe's side at some point as well. All right, is Hitman going to Mito? I think he is. And Oboe's just making the same rounds. He's going to see Child. Oh, I think he's just going to... Oh, he must know Fire. He must know. He's seen everything else at this point. He knows this is Fire. He's just going to grab Upstab. Oh, we missed the talk for the... Yeah. When you're a Fairy, you got to be all the way on the ground. The trigger to get into the door is all the way on the ground with the Fairy. All right, Hitman grabs downstab, up and A's out of there. Where are we headed next? He might be going east. He knows 2 is over there. Again, I assume that he has seen that 3/6. No glove, though. So if he does 6, it'll be quick to the boss. But I wonder if he's going to go in and stick around for that item that we're pretty sure you can't get to just yet. I don't think there was a junction that Oboe didn't take. I think first junction was just Barba, and and the other option at that first junction was just a straight line to that glove block. But regardless, we're going in the P3, so we'll see what's in 3. I'm pretty sure Hitman doesn't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure that given that it's P3, we're not gonna just leave this down here. As in, we're going to look for the item in here as well as kill the boss. Hitman conserves a key there. Just fly over that door. There's a 50-50 jar in the right-hand side of that room with the statue. Another magic container coming up for Oboe here. He's going to have, at the end of the day, he'll have 1 extra magic container over. Oh, we forcefully get the key used on us, though. This room right here. Blue Staffles was nice there, didn't jump on us. Oh, is this one going to play as nice? Oh, it will, okay. 1 more K for Oboe. Again, he's just looking around here, just covering the perimeter of this place. He's already seen Death Valley. I don't know if Hitman saw the lava there. There's another key drop for him. That's nice. That's nice seeing his Fairy is still... the 70 whatever it was, because those 6 containers are 96 magic. There's that 700 bag for Oboe. Oh, we're trying to fight the blue guy here. Kind of annoying with the tin suits here. Oh, nice, $200 for the blue. Take the magic level. There it is, magic 5. What is Fairy at? Get the check. It's down to 24. Wow, okay. So we got 2 lefts in this right that Hitman is on. Oboe's just looking for that last cave. It's going to be Risen P-Bag Cave. Oh, he's also coming back to New Kasuto here. Going to be rewarded with, I forgot what was in here. The child, that's right. Yeah, 500 bag, 700 bag, and we saw a 70 bag as well in the drop pool. So our drop pool is pretty stacked with experience today. And Oboe's going to head into 2. There's the sign. If we didn't see it already, there's our sign that we are in P3, those windows right there. That's more for Hitman than us. We already knew this was going to be P3. Linear start for P2. All right, we've got a 4-way elevator here in P2 as we reach Rebanak here in P3. Oh, it looks like a 4-way elevator is just a bit of a troll here. We're just going to loop into ourselves. All right. Oh, a glove block in 2. Okay, that was it, wasn't it? That was it, I think. And Oboe's like, oh, yeah, it happened so fast. It was like, was there another path? I think he's going to check if there's a left here. Oh, there is a left here. Okay, it's not linear at the start of 2. I lied. I missed this first elevator. Oh, he's not going left. He's out. Oh, no, that's a fake. That's a decorative. I'm sorry. Do I even play this game? There's our second gem of the game here. Just over 30 minutes in. P3 for Hitman. At this rate, knowing we've got a glove block in 2, the item is glove blocked in 6, we're not going to stick around 3. Okay, and we could reach all of this area down here without the boots and without the hammer connection there. Or boulder block connection, I mean. So here's Risen for Oboe. Not going to be the glove. It's just going to be another magic container. It's quite possible the glove is sitting on the maze and or in DM, and we need to get a hammer and or the raft out of 5. I do question not grabbing the item out of 3. It's kind of far away, and 3 is going to be your second smallest palace in the game, and so it's really fast to just look around 3. If we had a hint for the glove being somewhere else, that's a different story, but we don't know where this glove is at. We're going to go into Death Valley here on Oboe's side. We're going to see if this is 1 or GP. Oboe also knows that 3, 4, and 5 are over on the west, and again, he knows that the raft is in 5, so 3 and 4 still potential candidates for this glove. Hitman is coming over to 4, it looks like. I didn't see how much Reflect dropped to, but Fairy being 24 is very, very favorable here. An immediate Karok. Wow. 700 back for Oboe. Did he leave the screen too quickly? No, he did not. Okay. And it is P1 in the Valley. We got a dead end to the right here. I didn't see it was at the bottom of the elevator, but we have a left here as well. There's probably another left down there. Another 500 bag for Oboe. And we're going to have P4 down for Hitman here. Is he coming back in for the item? Now, again, we had not too quick of a 3. We had to do a few rooms in 3 to get the Rebanak. We didn't dig the item out of 3. And Karok was right here at the beginning. However, it looks like we're backtracking. We're going to go look for the item in 4. This is a dead end here for Oboe, and unfortunately there's not even a small item at the end of this dead end with the dripper. So, did I miss a hint somewhere? I feel I do wish I knew what was on that woman in Nibiru. Because both of the runners skipped the bat afterwards. Or maybe it was just a one of those decisions that I don't want to go in there and check for the hint. Here's the item in 1. Hammer, glove, heart, magic container, garbage, hammer. Okay. That gets us access to another continent. Well, if Hitman skips the item in 3 and gets the glove out of 4 here, this will be pretty big. And here's our horse in P1. So we're going to be done with P1 pretty quickly here. As we would expect, though. Not much of a surprise that P1 is short. Going to be the smallest palace we've got. Here's the item in 4. Not too bad of a dig, all things considered. Again, not the hammer, not the raft. We got hearts. We got a magic container out there. We've got a glove. We've got... Yeah. It's a heart. Are we going to go back to 3? Might be headed over to 5 right now. So what is it? Did we get Death Mountain access or did we get Maze access? I'm not sure. I think Oboe's going to go to 3. Oh, another key in the drop pool there. Oh, we are not going to 3. Oboe might... Okay, yeah. Oboe's got to go down here anyway to head west to hit up the boulder-blocked cave as it is. Oh. Maybe we've got to... Okay. You know what? I'm just going to let Oboe show us where he's going. Raft immediately in 5. Easy 5 here. We can actually just leave this till later if we wanted to. It's kind of a... Is that what we're going to do? That... Ooh, nope, that's not what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to say it's a little out of the way at this point. If you still had 3 to do, I could see going 5 then 3. Oh, so Oboe's coming through the actual terrain pathway as opposed to taking the water around. Okay. Pass through Horsehead here. Mutant Horsehead. Taking on Guma Spray. I'd say we're running out of palace checks, but that's not entirely true because now we have access to our 2 other continents. Each runner has access to one of the other continents. We don't know which is which just yet. The raft is not 2 blocks, though, so if Oboe just walks into 5 after this... Oh, glove block in 5 as well. Are we kind of regretting not looking for the item in 3? We're going to take this raft. We're going to see where it goes on Oboe's side. I mean, Hitman's side. If this goes to the maze, this will get us access to GP and 2 other items. If it goes to Death Mountain, it's just going to be the hammer cave that Hitman can access without a hammer. He'll need a... Oh, it is DM. He'll need a hammer to get into Spec Rock. And Spec Rock is sitting right there teasing you. Alright, this is the elevator for Oboe. Is he going to go... He's got 2 lefts and a right here. This is one entire biome for the most part. It's about like half a biome. But there's going to be a lot of checking for things, walking into these caves, seeing if we can find Hammer Cave. I mean, we will be able to find Hammer Cave, especially the worst case scenario is that would be boots blocked, but having the boots, that gives us access to this. Yeah, we do have 2 west-facing caves here. What is that first one? Oh, no, they do go over there. Okay. Yeah, this could be a buried hammer cave. It could be sitting... Oh, thought it was going to be sitting right there. That is not it, though. Looking like we might have 2 west, 1 east. Nope, that one must go over further. Yeah, this is not the glove for Hitman. Okay, here we go. This one all the way on the edge there, that 1 tile pathway leading to it, that is going to be our hammer cave. If this is not the glove, then Oboe probably has a good chance of getting it. Unless it's in, I mean, if it's in 3, Hitman would just have to go back to 3. Speaking of 3, we do have the 3 gem placed on Oboe's side there, going to be our third gem in P3. But if this is the glove for Hitman, then it's entirely possible that Oboe doesn't find this right away. Oboe does have more information than Hitman in terms of glove blocks, seeing as the glove block in 2 is still unknown to Hitman. And I guess the glove block for the item to 6 is also unknown to Hitman, but not important to beat the game. Yeah, we were looking for the item in 3, so what do we got in Hammer Cave? It is our 8th magic container in the game. Is Hitman going back to 3? Is he going to go east? If he goes east, he can reach Barba. He cannot reach Helmet Head. He cannot reach the item in 2. There's a glove block going left here in 3. Oh, we're thinking, oh, okay, we're just going to up an A. Was there nothing to the right there? Okay, we are headed to the east here. He doesn't know, Hitman doesn't know what's on the water tile. He might be checking the water tile here real fast. Wow, I mean, if the glove is in 3 here, Oboe has a lead. If it's not in 3, I don't know. I don't know what happens after that point. Does it go into 5 and get the raft? Does he try to reach Guma in 5? I don't. There's still options available here. But at a minimum, Hitman is going to need that hammer out of P1 in order to beat the game. Yeah, quick Barba in 6, but Hitman knows that the key is in here. Is he going to stick around and look for that key? If he does, he's going to waste some time because it's glove blocked. If he doesn't, he's going to save some time because it's glove blocked, and he doesn't know that. Oh, we're not looking for the item in 3, or did we deem it to be glove blocked in 3? If that's true, then we're looking at, what are we looking at? Maze items and Spec Rock, and that's it. All right, where is Oboe headed? He didn't go to 5. He's not going to get that raft. He might just be going to that boulder-blocked cave if he remembers it. Slow and steady on this Barba. This attack 5 doing a lot better than an attack 3. Oboe probably got a few more hits in on each cycle, though, so it kind of evens out. Almost taking the dip in the lava there, but he gets the kill. 557. Don't remember how much Barba gave. 700 points. Not enough for any sort of double level here, but again, we're going to save the key, ferrying over the door here. I have no idea what 2380 is. We had like 3 levels all in the low 2000s, and I have no idea which is which. So Hitman is going to go into P2, I assume, here. Yep, and he'll be met with a pretty quick glove block. Oh, Oboe going into 4. Right. Oh, We're not going into 2 on Hitman's side. Do we know that the valley is up top here? Very fast Karok. Oh no, we're a little further east, I think. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Hitman go into 2. I know he's checked that palace now, first time he was here and again just now, but I don't think he went into 2. We only saw Oboe go into 2 and deemed that to be glove blocked. Okay, so we're going to check, and we're not going to check Death Valley. Okay. Yep, here's our maze. Is the glove just chilling on the maze? Yeah, I'm not 100%. Oh, I think we're looking for the water tile on Hitman's side. There it is on the maze. Need that hammer. Not only to beat the game, but to also beat the game. Or at least get to the point where we can beat the game. Alright, so what does Hitman do now? Go back into 2. He'll get kicked out of there real fast, and hopefully go into Death Valley. Because Oboe is going to keep moving from this point forward. He can get the raft here if he wants it. He doesn't need it. We got our pass through Horsehead again. And maybe it comes down to a P5 route. It was a T-junction elevator after this that was glove blocked, so maybe, I mean, if Gooma's not immediately on that elevator, then we might have a bit of a search on our hands looking for Gooma. What Hitman would need at this point is for him to have a better P5 than Oboe does. All right, Hitman seeing the trolley elevator here. There's the glove block for Oboe. He's going to get through. There's the glove block for... I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, what I said still stands about the T-junction here. We didn't check left on Oboe's side, so we don't know where that wraps around to. Hitman, yeah, not realizing this is the decorative elevator that is just nothing. All right, well, he's not going back to start just yet. He's going to go north into Death Valley. That is exactly what he needs. However, he needs to not go back to Spec Rock, although Spec Rock was a super quick check. And I guess best case is that Spec Rock would be a heart container, give him one more heart over Oboe, because I just don't think Oboe's going to go hit up Death Mountain at this point. More glove blocks in 5. Oh, that was very close. That Mo is coming back. Oh no! Yeah, you can't do that to Moas. They will just chase you when you try to run away from them like that. I have no idea what causes that behavior. They just keep moving in your direction. I think it's just they're programmed to troll you. They're programmed to come like right up to you. And then if you try to scroll the screen, they're just like, I'm going to follow you, actually. The thing is, though, Hitman left the item in 3. And Oboe deemed it to be glove blocked, I believe. And as a result, I do wonder if Hitman's going to double dip into 3 after he gets this hammer out of 1. Or if he's going to go back to Death Mountain real fast to get a Spec Rock check. And then hopefully he identified that boulder-blocked cave that was on the west there. If he didn't, then this could spell trouble for Hitman. Again, an elimination match here. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. Oboe leads it 1-0. Yep, there's that dead end for Hitman as well. Doing pretty much the same thing that that Oboe did in here. Oboe seeing more junctions, more options, more choices here in this P5. Wow, we definitely have some choices to make in this 5. At this point, though, I feel like we're going to start seeing some loops. Once you see so many junctions, they all have to kind of loop into each other at some point. There are some required dead ends in palaces, but other than that, we're going to start to see some loops. There were a lot of junctions. Speaking of dead ends, there's a dead end. All right, there's the item room for Hitman. And the horse is going to be just upstairs and to the right, I believe. Oh, we dropped down, but it's fine. We've got Fairy. Yeah, Oboe's out of magic here. He's going to check left. It's a dead end. He's going to be able to die in here, though. There are generators in here. There might actually be an enemy all the way at the end, depending on the room. Oh, he's not going to take the death. Is he on his final? He can't be on his final life. Is there a better enemy to die on down here, though? All right, Hitman's going to even up the gem count here. Same palace is down for both of our runners, but Oboe looking for Guma in this P5. It's very funny that both P5 and P1 here have the same brick pattern, almost similar, almost the same color, as we do walk into Guma's room here. We're 1 life down. We've got shield. We're only taking 1 bar of health when we take damage with our shield spell on, so no big deal. Attack 5. We're just chewing through Guma. Where is Hitman headed next? He's got the hammer. He's going to go check Spec Rock. Again, best case scenario for him is that it's another heart. If GP is tough, then it might come down to resources. Having the life spell, having extra hearts, having an extra magic container. That may come into play, but there it is, the extra heart. So what does Hitman do now? Again, if he missed that cave, that boulder blocked cave earlier on the west, he's going to be looking around for something, and he won't know what just yet. If he knows where to look, then that's probably where we're headed next. Otherwise, he might go into... I guess you can't go into 5. 5 is glove locked, so... But Oboe's done with 5. 5 gems on the board. Where are we headed next? We're going to the east. We're going to 2. Does Hitman know that this is over here? He does. Okay, this is it. He needs this. Now, it's pretty unlikely he's just going to god route to the glove because you're just going to check all this stuff around you. We don't know what the second drop was. He might actually find it. It might actually be the 8th heart. Although the 8th heart could be in 3. It could be in 2. Yeah, he is actually... Well, here's our second drop. What is it? This was not the glove. It is the 8th heart. Wow. Well, if it really comes down to resources, man, Hitman has got him. But he's definitely got ground that he needs to make up and make up fast. He could potentially have a better 5, but I don't know. There are a lot of choices to make, and you would just have to kind of luck into the correct choice. Oboe wasn't in there for too long, and we did have several options that went unchecked in there. We're going to get our first look at P2 here. Yeah, Hitman is in the total wrong corner of this maze as well. This maze is going to be much longer for him. All right, so do we have Helmet Head immediately on the first elevator, or is he deeper in? All right, he is deeper in. Won't be too much longer before we see that glove. It is over on the west side here. Should be the next encounter. He could fairy feet that. He doesn't know he could fairy feet that and just get the encounter. He's going to walk it around. The drop is going to be right here. Oh, I guess... Oh, is it? Maybe I lied. Maybe it's down below the palace. I thought it was west corner there. Yeah, I lied. Don't listen to me. My map is wrong. There's our glove for Hitman. He is out of there. Where are we headed next? Are we going 2? Are we going 5? Looks like we're going 5. Here's the item in 2. It's going to be nothing at this point. Well, it'll be something, but it won't be anything important. Yeah, at this rate, Oboe's going into... Okay, we're back to start for Hitman. Oboe's going to be going into GP with just 5 containers, but a shield spell and life 7. All right, I think we're actually going to go do P2 first and get the level out of P2. And then be fully leveled up for P5. Triple dripper room there for Oboe. And it is the way to Helmet Head. So I think we're just going to miss the sub-hour entry in the GP here because we got a little bit of walking on the west and a little bit of a walk on the maze. Unfortunately, Hitman does not know this is a dead end. This is just going to be a ferry over here. I mean, I guess he got his health back. Six, 6, 7 final levels there. We're going back in for a key. Did we see a key somewhere? We might have seen a key somewhere that we just left behind. Was it up on the ledge here? Must have been. There it is, okay. Take the safety key into GP. There's another key there in the drop pool. So we had some options that may have looped around to get to Helmet Head. Hitman technically on the wrong route, and I'm using air quotes there again because we don't know if this is going to be a dead end, and he knows it, okay. Yeah, so he's got to go up and right. Why would we need a key in GP? Because there happen to be key doors that are made by the community that end up in GP. And what's interesting here is we don't have the Thunder spell for Oboe. So, this is what Hitman needs to make up some time. Now, if Thunderbird is very early on, he's going to notice this very early on. But if Thunderbird is deeper in, he might not notice it for a few minutes here. got a down stab block here. All right, there's the triple dripper here for, for Hitman. Breaking that block there, making it through though. I believe Helmet Head is in the next room. There's Thunderbird. No Thunder Spell. That is better for Oboe to see that 3 rooms in. And I lied. We were well ahead of the sub-hour entry. I don't know what my clock is telling me here. As both of our runners go buffering on my end here. I've got nothing. Chat, are all y'all still seeing a feed? Sometimes it's just the dashboard that buffers out here. The feed is still up. I will refresh then. Looks like we're about to pick up Thunder. And we're going to go into 5 here for Hitman, at least in a moment. Interesting that both runners must feel that this is the faster way through this desert pathway here up on the top. Since they both took it, one's going to Maze Island, the other one's going to P5. All right, so back into GP here. 61:17 on my clock. So Hitman has to God route this 5 and potentially God route a GP here. Not impossible, but he's definitely at a disadvantage at this moment. Yeah, we don't know where this left goes. Where does this left go? I don't remember if we saw that elevator. All right, attack 6 Thunderbird. This should not be too bad. Looks like about 1.6, little over 1.5 hearts for getting hit with shield on from those fireballs. Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we did see that elevator there on Hitman's side. This is the same elevator that wrapped around here. All right, round 2 on Thunderbird. We're swinging our mallet angrily in the elevator there. All right, so that left and that right in the glove block in 5 here, they both went the same path, so they did just loop around to each other. We do get rid of that Moa right away in this room. Sometimes the Moa will respawn. Other times it does not. This time it does not. Oh, caught in the corner there. Yeah, my guess is that Oboe is probably a little upset. 2 hits there. A little upset that he forgot Thunder. And, we're being broadcast live television. You are not a rando runner until you've forgotten some key item that you need to beat the game that was free to get, 40 minutes ago. And we are going to up an A to get our resources back there. Okay. Okay, so this is not a dead end for Hitman. I don't know where this elevator goes, though. Okay, so this is the same way that Oboe went. Oh, we got caught by the shield bug there. Cool game. Yeah, so at this point, it's actually just up and right for Oboe, for Hitman. We'll see if he commits in that direction. It's immediate dead end going down and right. So if he just goes up and right, it's a door either way. He's going to check left. Yeah, that's a dead end. So he's forced up and right or down and right. He's going to stay up and right. This is going to take him right to Guma. T-junction here for Oboe. Our first room after Thunderbird, I believe. Do we have an easy game Dark Link right away? No, we do not. So we've got an I-junction here. Into a bridge on the top side. Yeah, so I don't think he could have shaved off too much time in this 5. Hitman would have had to have gambled left in that first junction in 5 to then go up and right and follow it from there. So almost the same path as Oboe. Neither one of them punished too bad in this 5. 3640, we're going to place the gem. I don't know what this is for levels. Could be life 8. Yeah, this needs to be a pretty bad GP that beats up Oboe and allows Hitman to just kind of find the right path or at least survive for longer than Oboe does because Oboe's reduced amount of health and no healing spell. We continue on in this direction. We have a busy room. We've got one up top, and that's going to be it. All right, another downstab block room. It's going to be timid. It's going to have a king bot at the top. No, it's going to have a Moa over here. And we're walking in 66:25 on my timer. So it's about 6 minutes, or a little over 5 minutes. I'm sorry, a little over 5 minutes behind Oboe. We do have to fight Thunderbird still, though. Wow, we had a left behind us. This is a T-junction here. Okay, there's a busy waffle room down there. We are going to go up, though. Another upside-down T-junction. A lot of elevators around here. Again, Oboe, unfortunately, ended up pretty much full clearing the previous race, GP in the previous race. And so there's always that thought in the back of your mind, like, is this going to happen again? Wow, is this a loop into itself? I didn't catch that up and left that we had just a moment ago. Could have been this room here, though. And it is. Okay, that's a loop for nothing. He's going to get the fairy spell, though. Or he's going to grab the fairy out of the air there without the fairy spell. All right, I guess we're going down through this tough room here. We have just enough to thunder our way through. There's going to be a king bot right here. No, there was a Moa. Okay. This should be pretty timid all the way through the rest of this, though. Okay, never mind. There's a bird. Oh, there's a king bot. Okay. Gets rid of the dangerous bird. We are down. We are through Thunderbird. That's to a dead end there on Oboe's side. So what this currently amounts to is that there is a better path to choose earlier on that Hitman may take. This I-junction may prove to be a key decision here. If he goes up and right, it may actually be down in one of these directions. How do you feel at this point? Do you feel that you're behind? Is he just going to go down and right because he's too afraid to go back up and die? He's got just a sliver of health left. I don't know how much life is to cast. Oh, this is not the same room. Oboe is not going to... Okay, he can bring the bird down. Okay. This is probably just a fairy through room. honestly. Oh, too late now. Oh, Oboe can still get it, though. He can still get it. He can still get up there. Yeah, where does this elevator take us? Okay, new territory. We're going left here on Oboe's side. Could be a fairy here. Could be an enemy. It is going to be an enemy. Oh, boy. Dead end for... Jeez, Oboe on a sliver of health here. Dead end for Hitman. He's going to go up and right. What is this elevator? Up and right for Oboe. Kind of tough, though. Yeah, this is going to be a... Oh, gets hit on the way down. This is a new elevator. We've not seen this up and left on Oboe's side. And it's going to go down here. This is an elevator on the right-hand side for Hitman. What is this? Okay. All of this is brand new. All right, that's going to despawn the rest of the room for Oboe. Dead end for Oboe. Gets hit. Both of them in the same type of dead end room. One with a lethal fast bubble. We're going left for both of our runners. This is the same elevator type for both of our runners, but Hitman just has to walk backwards and go left, whereas Oboe has to go over this nonsense, which he despawned a moment ago. Gonna get hit by that King Bot, though, yeah. Double dead ends here. Wow. Where is the path to Darklink? So this left is going to be new to us on Oboe's side. It is going to continue on. This could be a super troll. I would definitely have fairy ready. Yep. Oh, no. Okay, there it is. This is a great GP. This is what you need to decide this race here, man. Oh, boy. Okay, so we've got an up elevator here. We've not seen this from the top side. This could be our Darklink here. Oh, we're guarded, though. That's right. 3 bats, and we've got two large enemies out here. One there and one to the left of the elevator. Oh, boy. Oh, we're down to a final bar of health. Is there a fairy? No fairy. It's not Darklink. He does... Oh, there's an enemy right up in front here. It's not a bird. Okay. So Oboe, Hitman is headed back up and right here. This is the correct direction. Oboe might just be on it. This might just be Darklink right here. It's not. This could be a tough room, though. We're going to ferry our last bit of... No, I think we've got one more. We've got one more cast. Because it's only 24. Oh, boy. Here's Darklink. We're on our final hit, but we have another life. This is very likely just going to be Oboe's game here. Yeah, that's if Hitman had gone the top side here after all of that, after all of the nonsense, the nothing that was down at the bottom of that I junction, he's now just following in Oboe's footsteps. As Oboe takes down Darklink there, that is going to be a GG. That is going to be a Game 2 win here. Takes the series and moves on to the grand finals here in the 2024 Zelda 2 Randomizer Upstarts tournament. I'm sure we'll get Oboe in here in a moment. Yeah, for Hitman, yeah, he's actually going to be a left here for Hitman. Yeah, it's quite possible that the Death Mountain dig cost him just enough time here. If Hammer Cave was like right at the start of DM, he would have been able to get into DM and get out of DM. The extra resources could have come into play here, but did not at the end of the day. Yeah, unfortunately, Hitman going to go right here. He's got to keep just holding left. go for the down stab on the king bot, but falls through the blocks. See that dead end. There's that dead end. Yeah, Oboe has several more rooms that are potentially a little difficult moving left here. Again, just waiting to see if we're going to get Oboe in the waiting room here. There he is. Welcome in, Oboe. That was my bad. We must have literally clicked the same move to at the same point in time, and you got moved in, and I kicked you out. So,
nice.
Yeah. But GG here on game 2.
Thank you.
Let's hear how this one went for you. How did you feel about this one?
The West kind of sucked. Like, everything was kind of weird places, far corners, a lot of swamp. Apart from that, it wasn't too bad. The real story was my controller trying to kill itself all night. It was probably yeah. It was probably really noticeable in T-Bird, like, when I would just stop and eat like 3 fireballs.
Yeah. And then you died that first time, and I made a comment that it was angry mallet swinging after you came back, and we're about to start the second attempt there.
No, it was me plugging my controller back in and like mashing buttons.
So,
yeah, it wasn't too bad of a seed.
Yeah, a lot of a handful of glove blocks. You found Barba very early on in 6, and then decided to go for the key after that. A few rooms in, there was a glove block. In 2, there was a glove block. In 5, you didn't see it before you had the glove, but there was a glove block in 5 as well. Obviously. Yeah. Was the item in 3 glove blocked as well?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. Because Hitman went into there first. That was his first gemmed place, but he killed Rebanak and then just left. So we had no idea what those other paths had down them. So when you went in there and you went to go clear it, I was trying to keep track of things, but I wasn't doing a very good job. And then you were out without an item, and I was like, well, it must be glove blocked then.
Yeah. I think at that point I did it late enough that like glove was just all I needed. So, and there wasn't much left in the overworld, so I was just digging things out.
Yeah, the Hitman was first to the raft. Their first room in 5 had the raft. He got the raft out of there, and then he took it to DM, checked Hammer Cave. It was the 8th magic container in the seed, and when he got the hammer out of one, he went back to check Spec Rock, which was the another heart in the seed. He had all 8 hearts and all 8 containers, and we were wondering if this GP was going to be tough enough to where it was going to beat you up with just your 5 hearts, and where he could possibly save some time there. Also having the life spell on his side, but he was a little late to getting in, probably about 6, I think. I said a little over 5 minutes behind you walking in. Well, the second time into GP there.
Yeah. I saw Okasudo and I saw his thunder, and I'm like, I'm on life 3. If I come out of that door, the Moa is just gonna bop me and I'm gonna die. So I know it's here. I gotta walk back by it again. I'll just grab it then, and then it just exited my brain.
Yep, happens to you're not a real random runner until, as I said during the stream, you're not a real random runner until you miss or forget about a key item that you saw, left behind, and then tried to beat the game without it.
At least T-Bird was only 3 rooms in.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're going to get Hitman in for an interview here. We may or may not, but you're moving on to the grand finals here. Your potential opponents See, oh, there's okay. Well, there's Hitman in the waiting room. We'll talk about that at the end. Then let's get Hitman in here. I'm not doing it. Soulblade, you do it. I'm not. Okay. Welcome in, Hitman. GG.
GG's. That was a fun just do everything seed.
Yep. GG's.
Unless you take the blind trip into Death Valley, which could have been GP.
I did that. I'm like, oh, it's 1. If it's 1, maybe I can beat it. But I had Fairy. Fairy was like 24, so it really wasn't too bad. It was, I think I had 6 or 7 magic containers.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was probably free.
Yeah, Hitman. You hit the east first when you had the option to. Oboe hit the east, saw the desert tile, got the trophy, saw Old Casuto, backed out of there, went back to the west, and then Hitman, you were just I don't know, a minute or less behind him, hitting the east, and you continued to clear all that. So you had the extra 2 magic containers as well from the item caves. You had, I guess there really wasn't anything else out there. There was another magic container on the water tile, but you couldn't access yet because you didn't have the boots at that time. You came back later to find that. Child in the basement, red jar in the spell tower. Those could have been, I mean, if had those been the glove a little bit earlier on, I think this would have been a slightly closer race. After we saw the hammer out of, you all had the same amount of hints as well. But then after we saw the hammer out of 1, we knew that it was, maze and DM between raft and that cave requiring the hammer. We weren't sure, obviously, which one was going to go where. And we saw DM out of the raft from your side, Hitman, before we saw the cave and the maze. But yeah, if that, at that point, it was a total coin toss. If Hammer Cave had been the glove, Oboe, how soon were you going to go hit? Like you had the hammer, you went maze first, and then obviously clear that, and then really your last shot would have been DM at that point, right? I mean, you had really nothing else to do.
Yep, that would have been absolute last thing I did.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
could have been. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would have even just jumped into dungeons to try to finish those. Like, that DM is like the last thing in my head.
Yeah, Spec Rock was very close to the landing point, but Hammer Cave was kind of up on the north. You landed on the south side on the water via the raft, and then it was a vanilla like, so you could walk around freely. But Hammer Cave was, I guess it was kind of northwest cornerish over there, but still.
Yeah, I think if you took the cave straight north out of there, it would have gone straight to that cave. But I went kind of around because of the
Yeah.
water on the outside.
Yeah, I would have routed
That's
the
all
same way
scenic
as
route.
you. Yeah, having the boots, just, water is so much faster. You get so many more cave checks than walking around the inside of that thing. But yeah, it just ended up being a magic container, and then you came back afterwards. And again, that Spec Rock was a heart. So you did have all 8 containers on life for life and magic. That GP was not very brutal, not as brutal as a GP could be. Oboe only had 5 hearts, and I honestly thought you were down to your last life, Oboe, but you weren't. You had another life left when you saw Darklink, so you still had some resources remaining. It wasn't a big deal. I thought it was coming down to like a one-hit scenario there, where if you were to take damage, you might have had to start the palace over, whereas Hitman was kind of coming in behind you there. The thing is, if you remember, after T-Bird, there was what I like to call an I junction. You guys came out from the top left, and there was an elevator down with a bottom left, a bottom right, and then an upper right as well. And Oboe, you didn't take any of the bottom paths, and you went upper right, which ultimately did lead to the right path. Hitman, you got a little beat up on the top side, and you hit the elevator, and you seemingly didn't want to come back up to that elevator with just one hit left. You're like, yeah, I'm just going to explore down here on the bottom side. And unfortunately, there was absolutely nothing down there, not even a path that looped around to where Oboe was or anything like that. There was just a
Just
whole
dead
lot of
ends.
nothing down there. Yeah. It was just dead end after dead end. And so there was no progress to be made. It was all nothing but wasted time, unfortunately. And yeah, by the time you backtracked it up to, walked it all the way back to that I junction to go up and right, it was, there was already so much time spent there in that bottom side that it would have required Oboe take a game over, I think. But at that point, Oboe would have had a lot of knowledge. Well, I guess not, because Oboe, you didn't check the bottom side of that I junction, and so I guess if you took a game over, you would have been maybe tempted to check down there as well, and then that would have completely flipped the situation there. So, obviously a bunch of theoreticals, but GG to both of you here. I mean, you played it. You both played it. You both played it well.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG's. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, Hitman, unfortunately, you did not get your target in this particular race, in this particular series here. You are going to be eliminated here tonight. Up to this point, 5th seed out of 25 runners. First time doing Z2R. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
It is, yes.
Okay, yeah. 5th seed overall here, moving into brackets into round 2. And, how do we feel about the whole thing here? Just give us your raw thoughts.
I had a lot of fun with this tournament. I mean, when the tournament was announced, that was actually when I completed my first seed. So once I did that, I was like, all right, I'm going to enter this and see how far we can take it. Hoping just to make brackets. Did that. Even got past, the first round. So, I mean, it's just been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the standard tournament.
That's great to hear. That is great to hear. Yeah, I would say you did very well for a first timer. Again, 5th seed. It's nothing to scoff at, especially when you got 25 runners and you've got people who've been dabbling in Z2R, and some of them, this is their second Upstarts tournament, returning from last year. So again, GG to you overall. Great performance, and would be glad to have you back in the future. Oboe, we were talking about this a moment ago. You are now moving on to the grand finals. Your two potential opponents, TA909 or Methinkso, the number 2 seed TA, and I can never remember, is Methinkso the 3rd seed? I believe he's the 3rd seed. Yeah, he had just edged out Malchior there at the end in week 6, I think. And how are we feeling about performance up to this point? How are we feeling about potential opponents? Give us your raw thoughts.
Well, I mean, I said it before brackets even started. If someone's going to beat me, it's going to be TA. Because, we do friendly races fairly often, and he probably has a positive win rate on me for those, maybe about even. So that's how I feel about that. So I'm definitely rooting for Methinkso. My performance, I think, has been mostly good throughout the tournament. Small mistakes here and there, some routing decisions that are kind of dumb that make me question things. Like even earlier with the key in 6, like I probably should have just dipped out. Like keys weren't exactly uncommon in the drop pool. I seem to full clear GP a lot. This wasn't a full clear, but I spent a lot of time in GP. But I mean, apart from that, I think I've done okay. Execution wise.
Yep, I would say so. You've not lost a game just yet here, either in round 1 or round 2. I believe that's correct.
Yes.
Okay, right. Well, yeah. TA and Methinkso, their 3 games are coming up in the next 3 days here. We'll see what happens with them. They've not played anything just yet. Whether those get picked up on ZSR or not is up to if we find some volunteers for the next 3 days. And I'm sure you'll be watching. Well, you don't need to. You've been watching for a while. We've been playing these casual races, so everyone kind of knows how everyone else plays. But yeah, good luck moving forward. And here's to more upstarts happening for the remainder of this week here. Look forward to that, folks. Soulblade, I think you can take us out.
Yes. Speaking of which, it looks like Tuesday, August 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the first game of that Z2R Upstarts tournament match of TA versus Methinkso. And also on Tuesday, August 13th at 9 p.m. Central Time, or not Central, Eastern Time, is a Link to the Past Cross Keys tournament match happening. And that's going to be Leaf versus Silver Owl. If either of those interest you, tune in around those times and we'll see what's going on. Thank you all for showing up and watching that great match. And we'll catch you later.